Sorry about that, guys. Anytime. Let's close the door. That's just what I hear. Hello, Minis. This is Gary's Galaxy Pirates of the Caribbean film series, and Batman vs Superman is having fun and very interesting. So the good 3 hours ultimate edition for movies, 3 hours to 2 minutes ago. Just to have fun about superheroes movies, so far one of Warner Bros. And one of mentioned about Marvel's presented by just very interesting. He's gonna have a very interesting. Take my shirt off. Well, see how this looks. I'm gonna go in the bathroom, guys. See you soon. Sorry, everyone. I just got listed to my Juggernaut Super Psycho Family Halloween just to the day for the last year. Bella the Benny and Frankie just playing in the Monopoly for the making the money for to get the for the fake. But my dad's asleep right now. Just don't have it so loud there for the movie starts. Well, I love it sometimes that if they'll pay for it, they'll pay about my for the movie theaters. I have a very momentarily about for so 1 million subscribers for the makeup for YouTube monies and on for the YouTube channels. Actually, I'm doing the good. Certainly, I don't have a very good riddance. If you guys, if you don't forget it, I have a very interesting for you guys. A very interesting about when we first met, but about for the photo shot with you, Robbie and Mel, for Adam Levine, and Alex was stealing my girl, Adam. She says, and she believed he was his fake. He was a behind the scenes personal set, and this is the first movie on 2017 when we first met. Alex was stealing the guy. Certainly she was stealing the girl thing. Adam, he says he believed him would be guys that were when they met before. The classic thing about the very emotional and a lot of you guys, it's just interesting. It's just a lot of it very important for you guys. Robbie plays as from Life with Derek for the actual Lejak. Who wants to play? He crushed on him for good riddance, a good reason. She was crushed on him for any day. When we saw him, Adam was played by for Zac Efron with his partner for Mike and Dave needs for wedding dates. She's certainly where we're gonna be doing here, and Workaholics, ISS Coalition course, the course he did. That's where exactly what it supposed to be did, Next on the back, Robbie didn't notice about movies, about romantic movies. He looks like the Mean Girls too. For the first crush on him for the last 8 years. When she crushed on him for Ashley Tisdale. She was gonna tell them for everything to tell her she's about she have a prompt to her secret. She would do this. She can longer for one of them. She can was a vicious, insulted. What was it involved? What was it kick her out? Was it a kick a three herself out for any time? I have actually very questions. I know Alex the third questions did play it about and the TVs, the movies production, the series. All I have is really to do is about very completed for where we get the crushed and very interesting. For Matt Boomer, she was certainly involved in the rumors of the first season. The second one is the Forgy Bonds, and from the pilot, she's out of the box here. She plays Kate Moreau, and she plays about for the last 5 to 6 years. She's a lot of good play. She's a lot of good play about a white collar. One of the for 39. One of the he almost 39. He almost about 39. He's gonna be about 30 for also about last 4 months. He could be there any wasted of time. And she plays about Annabeth Chess from Percy Jackson first and second movie. And she plays Heather Miller, Ellison for Bereavement, and Texas Chainsaw 3D. Life in Text has Haley Green for short film. As noticed, convention consensual actual means too. And she plays Lisa Tracknetty from True Detective for the before episodes. It's one of the first seasons, as she was very crush of them. One of the rumors, Lisa's boyfriend from Woody Harrelson's, mentioned for Matthew McConaughey for Free State of Jones for the new movie for this summer, and she gets Lisa's involved. She gets Alex. She gets involved. One of her great, her reasonable, impossible. One of the bad feeling about this, and though she does, matter what happens there. For the new girl has Michelle, has 2 episodes where she could be one of the gold's mine. One of her she crushing him for the black guy for one the good one of the good to the three guys she certainly she will walk out. She says the prayers about thanking him for anything very much, and she's eligibility for what is impossible to say about this crap. The movie's called Burying the X, from crushing him for Anthony Yelton. She was the one of the woman of the boy was broke up with him, and she follow him. She follows Max from Star Trek, and she couldn't crush on him, and she could be the girl out for the be promised. She stole he stole the girl. She stole the girl for one reason. He could be the crush. Hit by the bus. He suddenly hit the bus for one reason, and she could be bury him. She dies from Ashley Green from by Evelyn. She died for killed by the bus. He falls down the street. She falls down the street. She falls to the bus accident. She literally dies for no reason. Okay. Alex asks Olivia, it looks same thing when she was to kiss her. She's gonna be going off from the movies from Hollywood. She's goes go for the hell ice cream section, and she goes in the hell, and she was face to face to for the Ashley, certainly against by Alex. He literally just bited him for one reason. She was zombie. She was resurrected from a very zombie resurrection. The bone was the rib was cracking through the her stomach. Her torso was weak, a break. And she couldn't actually what she has supposed to do. She's gonna going back for dead for one of a time and one of the good reasons. She met to be she has a dad's ex girlfriend. As she noticed about what she held it was going on, she tries to get him going back for dead. And Max, believe it or not, Anton played by Mr. Chaville from Star Trek for second and third movie now. As she met it before. I never know. I never exactly really know that before. She certainly did take that as a yes. She turns back about Olivia for kiss her for the One Ring. That does end it now. And the movie is called St. Andres with Blake and from Ray for her dad, or her friend, and how the brother was Ollie and Hugo. Ollie and Ben was her brother came from the England to here to Los Angeles around the USA, and she was the beginning for her pool, beginning hanging outside of her pool, and she calls her dad The Rock. Dwayne Johnson was Johnson as the Ray for father. Certainly she was Emma's boyfriend. His name's Daniel Ian Griffith from Fantastic Four. She interesting for about Carla Gugino from Emma's daughter thing. She has a helper. She has goodbyes. She went out for a ride for the San Francisco. She went out for a restaurant by herself with her friends, and she certainly moving around by the earthquake. The Australia was to have millions of gallons of water hasn't been flooded out for to figure out flooded. He didn't know to figure out, and the earth is shaking was in Los Angeles, California, from Nevada. Ray with the chopper helps one of the girls, one of Emma's thing for the rescuers from the earthquake, from destroying the streets. Blake was trapped to the tunnels, and Ben only was finding back to the Blake. She thinks it will help her out, and Daniel was leaving her Blake behind. She suddenly almost gonna die, and she gonna be kill someone else. She's gonna be die as soon as she can. And so Blake, Ollie, and Ben was escaping for the figure out for the tunnels thing for the Manhattan thing, but Daniel was leave behind. But Emma's was mentioned for a rumor for threatening her for Daniel's thing for the Emma's boyfriend, and Reyes has a new wife back. She wasn't being a mankind. Ray was finding out for the planes, being the arrival going back from San Francisco to find the three guys, and we're gonna figure out they're tracking us, who walking him from about hundreds of thousands people walking towards the out of the city. They're going across the ocean. They're going across to San Francisco, the Golden Bridge. Daniel tries to run, and he tries to stop him. He tries to kill by one of the Coast Guard's boats. He didn't remember that he could be when the boat was figured out was raising it up there for the zombie. He was certainly it's not a California. He was an earthquake. He was to get out of there. He was very interesting. As everything it could be very awkward when we first met. One was a moment. And Blake kissed Ben was good to have to the east side, and she drowns him for one of the zombies of a river. gallons of water, and she drowns it. She was resurrected. She was pushed down through her chest, and she reunited her for her family. And she says thank you for him very much there for his dad, or her dad. She says thank you. Anyway, good thinking about the choice thing. All I have to do is Benjamin Walker for very interesting to Teresa Palmer to Gabby from Monica as she walked to the boat got my hiccup to do. As she walked through the boat to see Travis. What is he doing here? She said, "Excuse us for the two ladies out." She certainly wanted the beard, grabbing the beard, to leave it behind. Working on a doctor and meeting with Gabby's one of her front of a neighborhood, and one of her Gabby's college for study to do. One of the doctors, working with the doctors from hospitals. And one of it, for one to each thing for one each day of the night. The carnival fair was on the South Carolina, and Monica was walked with Travis and Stephanie, and Gabby and her boyfriend Ryan works there from hospitals for all the time. She kisses for saw him. She says certainly there could be all of it very interesting. Fairy says goodbye. Fairy going away. Fairy say goodbye for the unknown. She says Wiley as home. And for the first time when I saw them, she's completed with success. She was very success. Thank you for you guys to coming in for you guys. Don't forget to subscribe for more content. Sorry about that, you guys. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Google, and Vine, the Twitch live stream, Juggy Stores, the Pie Horny, Mateys, gaming channels. And thank you for the comment. If you guys are really the gentleman for you guys. And I want to say good night for you guys. See you in the morning for walking. And don't forget, keep it rich, Mateys.